There we go. Hello. Looks like the camera's still not working. To be fair though, I did not have time yesterday to trace the cable back, kind of troubleshoot things. Deegan, this is just me. Or is this starting soon new? I've never seen Ace here before. No, it's been the same for years. You are just coming early. And normally I'm a lot quicker to kind of get on stream. What was I doing? I was doing something here. Okay, I think I know what I was doing. Okay, I need textures on these before I go any further. We're just gonna kind of keep continuing here. Gonna keep continuing with this. Probably working on the spell system. I'll show what I've done, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this is the modular spell system now, is what this is. I kind of broke it out from the wand. Let's see. I need some very basic textures so I could differentiate between these. Probably would be best to have colors, just like raw colors. Copy, paste, paste. Here we go. Let's get. I will make a red and a blue. And a green. A red, blue, and a green. That should be plenty. And these are going to be very basic. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's Monday. Monday, man. Feels like a Monday. Feels like a damn Monday. But overall, it's been all right, I guess, for a Monday. Red, and what is this? A green. There you go. There's your green. Let's go into the caps, or the focus. Yeah, spell foci. Which actually, that name is wrong. It should be spell focus. And in here, we're going to copy, paste, paste, paste. So I will have a color for rare, uncommon, and common. And this is going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be like color... I'm going to make a... I'm going to make a couple more colors. Actually, I could make this. I can make a white color here. White, and then that could be green. And this one could be blue. Color blue. There we go. That should be all right. I will reserve red. Copy paste, because I do have a black already, so it just makes sense to have a white. And let's actually make it white. Boop. There we go. And... okay, so that's for the caps. Let's do color... red will be all the other ones, but I shouldn't see any red. Okay. Build. Not bad, just realized you could patch using add merge into allowed variants without using /dash for pathing by putting the value in. Oh, the brackets? Oh yeah. You know, it's funny, as I'm reading that, I'm like, oh, you don't need to do the /dash, but I think in some of my patches I do the /dash like a pen. Other ones I actually have done the brackets, so I think I don't think I've really equated them to something different, which would probably lead to some of my frustrations where I'm like, come on, man, what the hell? This isn't working? What do you mean an array? It is an array. Alright, let's hop in. Alright, so I'll show off a little what I did here. It was a late night last night. I don't know what it was. I just started just watching stuff on my other monitor, and before I knew it, it was like midnight. It was pretty good. I had some stuff to work out though, so I'll show it off here. See, I didn't know that. See, well, that's the thing. I didn't know that specifically either. I know I'm doing it both ways though. It's not something where I'm like, oh, because I don't patch that much. There we go. All right, so we got some colored caps here. So I created a system here. If you hold F, it will actually show you what's in your inventory now. And if I were to hover over something and click on it, it would equip it. But the new code is where I could hover over and then release, and then it would quote-unquote equip the cap. It doesn't do it right now. It's a proof of concept, but right there, the select focus, that was the first one that I clicked, and then that was the one that I just released with my mouse button. And it should scale up with these, right? So, I mean, let's get another green and like another green here. Now when I do that, you see there's no texture with this yet. You can't hover over and like see the tech, you know, like the hotbar, you know, the like I don't have any hover tooltips yet or anything. But this is pretty awesome, right? Because I could click on that, or I didn't even click, I just released it and see it found the uncommon version. So that actually took a while to figure out how I could present the data. You know what I mean? Like it was a very tough thing to do. And I got spells working, right? So if I do like game mode 1, does this have a cap? No, this does not. Oh, I don't think I have that code enabled right now. Yeah. So you cannot equip this yet. But I did get spells working. Game mode 2. There we go. Make it daytime. Yeah, a little light should put the scare in them. Look at him. I broke him. Oh my god. How can he do this to me? Alright, let's put this back over here. So I have to expand the spells. I probably should just lean into my GUI, my spell wheel GUI, and kind of complete it here, right? Let's like equip the focus for real. And I think I can get rid of this code. This is what I had before, so last night I went through a couple stages, right? First I made sure that it would, you know, I could actually spawn something here. And then it would just stay up, right? You would tap F and it would stay up, and then I had to like look on it and like click it. But now that you can kind of hover over what it is and release it, yeah, and it is selecting them. What I can do is probably I could look at the code. It's gonna have to be in here. Yeah, look at that. To do equip logic here. Such a lazy bastard sometimes. I could have just done it last night, but it was like past midnight. My eyes were burning. I knew I had made a mistake. What I probably need to do here. This is the packet that I need to send. Definitely the packet that I need to send. So I'm just gonna copy this and I think I could just throw it right in here. I need to get world. All right, so let's do this. Do I have player in here? Player yet as a parameter? I don't. I could get world from just CAPI. That's not a problem. I mean, if it isn't working, you know where to look, and you even left yourself a note. I've been leaving myself notes. I have a bunch of notes in all my mods. But I think I remember last night, I'm like, I don't want it. I know it's a packet, but I also have to expand that packet a little bit too, because I'm still putting in the static 111. It shouldn't be static anymore. Now I should be looking at the attributes on the focus, right? So when you create this focus and create your spell, you're choosing, like, you know, the delivery, the effect, blah blah blah. So I need to preserve that data, even if it is 111 on the other side for now. This part needs to be fixed and like synced. And that's what I didn't have time to do last night, because I was already hating myself for staying up so late. To get the offhand here, I just need to go into world, single player, get the player, entity, the left-hand slot. Go, make sure world is valid as well. Yeah, wait, insert, no, hold on. I think at this point, world is fine. Player may not be fine, though. So we are going to... I don't think I could do that with collectible. I can. Here, I'm gonna put in a little failsafe here. If this equals null, return. If it doesn't equal null, then go ahead and do what you need to do. That's more than I would have done. I probably would have just left it blank and wondered where the fuck I put it. I've seen, you know, yeah. See, now that I'm actually putting some equip logic in there, let's just try this. I want to see. Oh wait, I gotta change the packet as well. Messages. Right, because I'm looking for the player offhand, right? Yeah, your left hand. It's not going to take anything out of your left hand, so I'm also going to have to walk the inventory and then probably get a snapshot of the slot ID. Like, I'm going to have to keep track of the slot IDs. That way, I can use from that slot ID, remove the whole stack, right? It could only stack up to one, but just remove the item safely. For now... Oh, this is also what I did last night. I wanted to test expanding my network handler. See, I put in little, like, notes for myself all the time. All a test. It definitely helps, like, adding, like, I've taken some, like, college courses and just, like, basic, you know, C++ and stuff like that, and honestly, those classes were so fucking boring. They really were. And it was so annoying, because it's like, oh, you need to comment, like, everything, you know, like, the whole program. Like, before you write it, you need to map out exactly what it does, and it's like, it's such a waste of time, because obviously I need to experiment to see what the hell is actually going to work or not. So I don't need to, you know, have like 300 lines of comments for each part describing what it does. Not only that, like, my you know, the teacher there couldn't even tell me, like, what an interface was. And, like, how to use abstract methods and stuff. Like, they were phoning it in. I have not. You know, yeah, it was so terrible. So terrible. So for now, I could just get rid of this part. I'm gonna have to... I think what I could do is say, like, from player.entity, right? I can look at the entity player. Is there an inventory? So there's a walk inventory, right? But that's not really what I want. I don't want to walk the inventory here. I want to... Here we go. Go into the inventory manager. Probably get own inventory, right? Because it's going to be your personal inventory. Well, hold on. I got a lot of options here. Ooh, and this is the other thing. I need to test this. Hold on, let's comment this out first. Because I gotta test this. I don't have any bags on. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to pull things from here, let's do leather bag. There it is, backpack. We'll grab a couple of them, right? So game mode 1. I have all these inventory slots. We'll put the 2 green in here. Okay, good. So it looks through my whole inventory to see those. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so that's good. Why map it out before coding it? You can experiment while coding it so you can figure out what the fuck you want. Yeah, right? You used to finish the code and it's like, great, I gotta comment all of this stuff and explain to, you know, the one quote-unquote grading it what exactly it does. Boring. No mind idea is 100% complete upon. Yeah, exactly. Just like this one, right? Like you're watching me build, you know, the the stuff as we go. It's all live. Actually, let's go back to here. Okay, so it didn't send anything. Okay, so I'm not seeing any attributes written there. Okay. So that is not weird. Hey, Vexus! I sent you something. Alright. I'll have to fire up Discord. Oh, that's cool. That looks really good. It looks like that would hurt to ride on. Hey, Karmic Fencer. Wow, that looks interesting. Yeah, right? So the idea with, again, Vexus, like I was talking about with this, you're going to have, your spells are going to be in the form of, like, these spell foci, right? And you'll be able to pick you'll be able to pick, like, a delivery, you know, like, what the effects are, what the modifiers are for it. And you'll be able to make, like, you know, Fire Blast, or whatever you want to call your spell. And the way you equip it is by holding down F, right? And then you can hover over all of your available caps, right? All your available spell foci. And you'll be able to, like, hover over, like, oh yeah, that's the one I want, lightning, bam, right? And then when you release, it would, you know, it would select it. Although now, there we go, okay. See, now it's not doing it all the time. So I gotta... It looks like it's doing it for these? Nope. So I probably got some bounds wrong in here. Take a look here. Okay. Yeah, see, now I gotta figure that out. F, is the keybind configurable? Oh wait, hold on, there's other things here. Yeah. When we're watching you fix what doesn't work or adjust what you don't like, can you imagine not starting the mod until you have 100% of the code planned out, then having to go back and replan something that doesn't work? Yeah. Good thing there's saddles, right? Yeah, good thing there are saddles. And for the F key, if we go into controls, what did I call it? I think I threw it under, like, others, right? Open spell wheel, that's just what I called it. Oh yeah, you could change it. Default's the F key. See, it's not doing it anymore. Although, wait, it kind of did. Hold on. Okay. Interesting. I think the packet may be doing something weird here. Let's go back into... where? Oh my god, I have so many things open. I started to make, like, the Viz batteries and the generators and, you know, planning out the research table. It's going to be called the focal imprinter. That's going to be what you make your spell focuses on. Oh, because it's never getting to try close. It's just returning. So it's looking... Oh, and it's also looking for my left-hand item. That's why this isn't working. So I need to preserve hover slot. Hover slot is... Oh wait, I got the item slot right there. Okay. Okay, let's think this through a little bit. That's pretty cool. Hey Zalsec, how's it going? Say hi to my dog. He's enjoying watching the mouse move around. So he's watching two little puppers. My cats are giving me like the stink face today. I don't know what it is. I gave them treats. Their litter box is clean. They got food and water. I opened the front door for them. I've been turning their toy on all the time. And every time I come out, these two damn cats are just like sprawled out on the floor and just like stare at me. Just like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I live here. Damn cats. And whenever I'm in a bad mood, that's when, like, Bingley comes up to me and, like, harasses me. No means no. Oh, man. Okay. So, since I'm smart enough here, haha, to get this item slot, I could do hover slot, and I can get, get remaining... Ooh, get description? Get stack name. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This may be how I can at least show you the name of the caps. So if I come back into here, I may end up using... No, not that. No. Here, this. So I could put something in here that says if, and I'll say hover slot does not equal null, right? Which means that it actually found something. I would want to get the stack name, although this needs to be hover text. That's just cats. Yeah. It seems more offensive today than normal. Normally, they just kind of, you know, they'll kind of look at me, but I don't know. It's like giving me like just the face that they're making. Like they're not relaxed. It's like there's like tension in the air, and they're waiting for someone to pull the pin out of the grenade to like haul ass out for whatever reason. Maybe they're just guilty. Maybe they got into something or threw up somewhere. I don't know yet. And that's why they're like, is he gonna find out? Is he gonna find out? I guess I could refresh this with dynamic text. I didn't put dynamic text in this particular command. What if I come up to here and say, composer dot... I can add auto-size hover text. Okay. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm close. Carol font dot small white text. Do like 100. Who cares? Bounds would be bounds, and then this key could be null. It could be null. I forgot the rule. Go. I don't think this is gonna do anything for me. I think I also need to wrap this up in an if statement to make sure that this does not equal null. Let's just see if I can get away with being cheeky. Which means down here. Doesn't look like it, huh? Doesn't look like I could do that. Although it's still screwing up here. I need to get rid of this. Oh, hey, there, we got something here. Okay. So that's not a localized name. Interesting. Now it's not doing it. So it sporadically does it. Where'd the hover text go? It was there for like a bit. Okay, now it's there? The hell? It's like when it wants to be. Oh, if you look, it's actually not updating. It's saying every one of these is rare, so I think it's whatever the first one is. If it decides to do it, apparently. Okay, so common, 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 common. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. If I pop a localized name on this, it'd probably look better. But it wouldn't work better. I think... Unrendered UI. I'm gonna have to do something with, like, dynamic text, I think. Because it's just not... It's not doing anything. It's running this, like, once. And then whatever the stack name is just whatever the stack name is. If I do like a dynamic text draw though. Oops. Well, you know, this could be more static. You don't need to necessarily hover over to see the name. What if I just put the name right above it? Like, whatever your name is. When you get more and more of these, it may be harder, right? Let's pull out a bunch of caps, right? Because there's going to be that person that just has, like, 20 caps on. Grab another 4. What does this look like? So I probably should expand my code to, like, maybe scale based on the number. Like, I could turn it into a decimal point or something. and then have it to where it's like that much further out, so they're spaced a little bigger. Which means that if you have a bunch of them, your wheel could end up being like this big. Because right now this is, it's doing the best it can, but it ain't good enough. Not good enough, because those names would definitely be over. It's a feature. Oh god, so I attempted to add compatibility for CO. Within my mod and got my new weapons to appear, but there's a downside. It's listed as doing negative double its damage, and I have no clue why. Oh no. Well, your life will never be the same again. Good luck. Let me know how it goes, Deegan. Oh man. Oh, that's great. That is great. It's rough, yeah, right? It's listed. Oh, yeah. Rough. Too rough. It's too real. Giving me flashbacks. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta make some progress here. I need to focus, so why don't I focus on the packet? Let's focus on that. Focus on that. So let me uncomment this stuff out, right? And what I need to do is get rid of all of this, and let's look at hover slot, right? So if the hover slot, there we go. If there is a hover slot and an item stack and a collectible and it has code, like if any of that equals null, right, just return and try to close, right? Like this would be a failure. And then if it's successful, then I could send this information through the packet. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I can do that. So if I do this... let's see, stored energy. So I don't see the attribute there. Let's add a print statement here. RT references dot logger. I keep wanting to put like RM for Rustbound Magic. I can do client packet 1. And I want to put some information in here. I want it to tell me what this is. What the code is. Because it should be the domain. Oops. What did that tell me? It should be the domain, and didn't tell me anything, actually. Oh, no, there we go. Client packet. Okay. So, up this one. Uncommon. Okay, what about that one? Rare. Yep, there was a blue. What about that one? Said that one was rare as well. These are probably too close. Yeah, it's not quite equaling what I would think it would, right? That's common. That's uncommon. See, that one right there isn't working. There. Yeah, so that one's not... I wonder if there's like an overlap for it. The top one works without fail. It's just these other ones. And I bet you this would probably work if I space things out. For now, let's focus on just sending this packet, right? Because I want to have this go through and then be able to see those stats onto here so I could quote-unquote cast that spell. And then I can deal with I can expand and we can do the cleanup after. So, since we're getting to here, it means that we are successfully sending this packet. Let's go into messages. Right? Wait, that's the focus attributes. Here we go, right here. Your active hand. Alright, so that's getting your wand in this case. And if it equals null, then obviously we're not going to do anything. But I have the wand in my hand. Ooh, I just realized you could open this menu without a wand in your hand. Ooh, that ain't good. we gotta fix that. So let's put in a couple things here. I gotta put something in here, right? If we need to get the player, since this is only ever on client API, I can do capi.world.player equal. I want to make sure that the player is actually something I could pull from. I'll return true. It's a bool. I'll return false for that. If the player is something that's real, actually, I probably should extend it to player entity as well, and I can just put the question mark. Alright, now let's get a snapshot of the player's main hand. So I could say, like, item slot main hand equals entity dot active hand item slot, right? And then I can say if we do main hand dot item stack dot collectible dot code dot path dot contains. For now, I'll just do tool wand, right? I will have to expand this, and I will say if it doesn't contain tool wand, return false, right? Don't do anything. If it is a wand, then go ahead and pull up the menu. All right, let's give it a try. Nope, doesn't work. Good. But if I have the wand and hold F, you gotta hold F, then that works. Boop. Excellent. All right, we fixed that little problem. Now we gotta go into here. I gotta... my logic here. I'm gonna copy that print statement. We're gonna put a print statement in here. And I will say client packet 2. And go ahead and tell me what stack is. We'll get the name. That way it's a little prettier. Okay, so it sees item tool wand tier 1 copper. That is right. Okay. I'm gonna try and reload. Let's see if it actually did right, and I'm just not updating it to the client. It's gonna be something if it was working this whole time. Okay, so no, I do not see the attribute information there. Okay, okay. So let's take this a little further then. So item stack, get item. So I'm creating a new item. And then I'm creating the makeshift item stack, and then I am... Oh, jeez. Right there. Oh, because I was messing with inventory manager last night. God damn it, Vice. Bastard. That's why it wasn't working. It was never setting. I'm marking it dirty. I'm just not changing anything. I don't have to mark the left hand dirty because we're not doing that. Oh man. That's true. I can't wait for VS to implement their effect system so we can abuse it. I'm absolutely going to make a crippled effect that cuts movement speed down by 90%. Lets you hit sprint a second time, in which case you take damage with every step. Man, I can't wait for that system as well. Like I'm gonna have to migrate all of my buffs and everything over to it, but it's gonna be so much better. So much better. Because now, whenever something screws up, I could just point and be like, it's VS. Good news though, I found the patch attribute depends on, which will only enable that operation if said mods are in the mod list. Yep, that's actually something that I've done with patches in the Magic mod too. I've ended up finding that too. Right, you kind of have to do that with the combat overhaul stuff, but I'd found it just before combat overhaul ruined my innocence. I mean, there's a lot that's VS. Yeah, all VS. The finger pointing game. Whoops. There it is. Equip spell focus. Right at the bottom. And it's the self-fire damage. So I can hurt myself with the fire damage spell. Oh, that is great. Okay, guys, we're connecting the dots here. That's good. That's very good. Very good. Alright. Let's start closing some of this stuff back out. I'm not doing anything with the Viz battery right now. We could kind of be done with the spell focus for now. I don't think I'm making any more references right now either. I think this is kind of what I want up with. I'm gonna comment that line back out. Oh, snap! I have to push the real attributes here. Yeah, replace with actual values later. You lazy bastard. Why couldn't you just do it there? Bastard. So I have to... I'm gonna have to, like, really pull this out of my ass here. Alright, so it's gonna be attributes. No, it wouldn't be has attribute. These are ints, right? Get int. And then it would be RT references dot. This would be the spell delivery. There we go. Can't have the question marks there. It is not like a conditional, like if it's there. Gotta be there. So that one was delivery, this would be effect, and this one would be modifier. Okay, okay. You know, if this is null anyways, we could get rid of that and just do it straight. If it's null in any way, it's going to close before it gets to here anyways, so... This would be right. If I can get the collectible code, I can get the attributes because it's a valid item stack. Okay. So that should preserve the information. Now let's test this out. Let me go into... Which item here? The item spell focus. There we go. Item spell focus. So, I think... Where's my enum? Spell modular effect, heal... Okay, and I'll just cast it as an int. There we go. So basically, you would write your stuff. This is kind of skipping the whole block entity that I'm going to have to make soon. Sleep and hunger, that determines all. It did last night, let me tell you. I was exhausted. And I played a couple rounds of that like Pit X ball game. That was kind of neat. That was kind of neat. Oh, Vexus, there is a game. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up here. I don't think we can play it anymore. This Alchemy Factory. Have you seen that? Have you tried that out? It's kind of like Satisfactory, but for like, it's like smaller scale and you're running a shop. It's actually been a lot of fun. Like, I'm making like rope and stuff, and like you can, it's like Alien Tale, where you could like open up your shop and then have people like come in, and, but you're also making the stuff too. So you're got the little conveyors and stuff. It was so much fun. Tell you what, in a couple minutes here, when I like in 6 minutes, I'll fire it up and I can kind of show you it. But oh my god, it was fun. That was a lot of fun. All right, so if I save this now, the blue caps I will make heal. So that should have overwritten my 2 blue caps. Oops. Yeah, see, now it's 4 for those 2, and then that's 1, 1, 1. 1 is fire damage. 1 is fire damage. And delivery of 1 is self. Okay, so let's go back to here. And I can heal myself. Oh! So it has the cap. Each click healed myself. Okay, okay. And if I put it back on this, I can hurt myself again. And then if I go back to the other cap, heal, 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 heal. There we go, guys. We're getting it. We're getting it. A basic system here. It is usable. It is usable. I still got to push these out. I still also have to look at the viz in the area. I got to figure out. I'm doing the spells first, some basic spells, to figure this out. I don't know if I want you to just like, I could put like whatever your spell cap is, like I could have it like equipped here, right? And then maybe give you the name, and then I can have the viz for the chunk that you're in, and then the viz cost of the spell. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do that, and then just have it to where things aren't really stored on the wand, or if I'm going to have it to where it takes, like, different elements, right? And as you're casting the spells, it's depleting the wand. Because you've stored like the fire energy, right? And you're doing fire spells, or you know what I mean? Like I don't know which way I prefer, and I was hoping making a basic spell that kind of does something would help. So far it has not helped. I have no idea. Oops. I have no idea what to do here. Because I figured out, like, fire, water, air, earth, right? Going with, like, the avatar kind of stuff. And then light and dark. The depleting the wand is how Thaumcraft did it. No charge in the wand. No effect produced. Well, depends on your version of Thaumcraft. Because Thaumcraft 6, when you got that gauntlet, it just used the viz for the chunk that you're in, no matter what your foci was, right? So it didn't matter, but your spell, like if it was more complex, it would use more viz in the chunk you're in. And if the viz got too low and you cast too many spells, then you could start producing flux, right? So that's where I'm torn. I'm like, both systems sound kind of good. One, it's a little better. It's not even that one's better. It's just a different way of doing it. And I'm thinking of these elements here. So what's going to happen when I add... Well, let me think of some of the spells I'm going to add. Exchange, right? So what is that going to be, like shadow energy or earth? You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be a little of both? How do I tell you, you know, what the energy is in the spell? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, and then how are you going to charge it? Am I going to force you to, like, create Viz crystals to then just break down into your wand? You know, or should the cost be in the cap that you make, your spell itself, and then maybe it's like a really good spell, so it takes like 50, 60 Viz a shot to cast, and you're in a chunk that has like low stability, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, one cast and it's almost completed. The second cast, I'm in the negative now for that chunk, and I'm gonna start suffering some effects. You know what I mean? But I'm literally creating a hailstorm of fire in an area. So I don't know which way to go. Like, I have no idea. And I need to know because I need to work on this stuff, right? Like, that's why I stopped. I made like a basic GUI. And I, you know, and I have bars and stuff. Like, I could, oh, I could unequip my focus. Great. And it actually did remove it. It did remove it. Awesome. And I created an uncommon cap. Yeah, look at that. So if I were to put this on, and let's hop in and see, right? So there are all the spell info. There are all the modifiers for the new cap, and then if I sneak and take it off, there it is. So that part's working. I just need to consume the item when I pull it onto the wand, or onto your scepter, or onto your staff, whatever the spellcasting tool. For now, it's a crappy looking wand. Thaumcraft 6 version sounds far more complex, complicated. It was neat in a way. I guess it was a little bit, because you had to make sure the chunks that you were in had enough Viz to cast the spells that you wanted to cast. And it would regenerate over time, you know, like if you wore it down and you look and you're like, oh shit, you know, it's pretty low. And then there are things you can do, but if you're like out in the wild kind of running through, you know, if you go into an area where there's like a lull, like it's all 197 right now. This chunk's 197. 137. You know what I mean? So casting spells, like, you could deplete the Viz in an area. I don't know if I want to do that though. Or if I should have it just be these elements, and then you have a spell effect, and that effect, like if it's I want to make something where you like click it. Put this on, right? Where like you could like look towards a direction, and then you can use the spell to like shoot over towards there, right? And that would be like a wind attribute. You know, so like more movement-based kind of spells for that cat. You know what I mean? And then maybe I want to do something where like you use the spell, and then when it releases, it takes like all the items within an area and then pulls it all to you, right? To like attract them. You know what I mean? And that could be whatever. Shoot a light ball, right? You know, that could be something. So yeah, I just have to think about. I mean, this kind of system would work. That way, and you could cast the spells without screwing up the Viz in the world. Well, you can't really screw it up, right? It just, you deplete it and it has to regen over time. Although I could also make blocks that you could put down to, like, heal the Viz in an area, too. Although the regeneration isn't going to work while you are far enough away to unload that chunk, either. I don't know. Thoughts? Ideas? What do you guys think? Should each spell just take the Viz from whatever chunk you're in? Or should it break down into all these different elements? And then you charge your wand with those elements, and then you could go anywhere. So long as you have enough, like, fire, you could do Firestorm. What do you think? What do you think, guys? So I have no idea why the damage was doubled and negative, but I fixed it. That's great. That's great, because it means it could break again. No fix, no unintentional fix is permanent. I mean, the damage is showing properly and being applied properly. The animations are right and everything, so I'm just gonna publish this as is. Yeah, right? Not sure, as I haven't played Thaumcraft before. Well, I mean, it's not really about if you play Thaumcraft. It would be, you know, how would you expect your mana resources to be consumed? There are pros and cons to each one. The pro of taking it out just for whatever chunk that you're in, like the Viz, means that there's less thought you have to put into, you know, like your spells and the conditions to spawn there, you know, the summon thing, right? Like, it's just, yeah, you know what, this chunk has 197, this cap is a weaker cap, and it takes like 3 Viz per cast. You know what I mean? So 197, I could cast that spell a lot. But if it's something like, yeah, you know what, it's a fire spell that takes 3, and this crappy wand I have with these caps can hold only 100, you know what I mean? Like, then that's good, and I can get better wands that could increase that capacity. I mean, I kind of, if I were to think about it, I kind of like the charging your wand a little more. Willow the Lady, hello. I personally like the charge a lot more. It encourages proper planning and making sure you keep your tools in check, which fits the vibe of VS, I think. All right, that's one vote for it, because I could do either one. I mean, as you could see, I partially started to do either one. Let me reload the world here. I haven't done that in a while. Gotcha. They don't judge me. I don't know why it broke. I don't know why it was fixed, so they canceled out. You are in good company. There are times when, like, I'll get a crash report, and someone's like, oh, you know, they'll put in a crash, and I look, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it's my mod. Like, I don't know why my mod would be doing something. Even though I don't see my mod there, they're saying it's doing something. And then I'll get something back, and it's like, oh, I fixed it. I just had to restart the server. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. Case closed. Sounds good. I really gotta be pushing these out. There, I'll heal myself a little bit. Love it. And also, I gotta put in spell effects. I need to create a cooldown system. That's gonna be on the list. A list of things to do. I'm gonna have to, again, do the spacing. I'm gonna have to... I think I'm just gonna print the names on top. I need a way for you to customize these caps. To put whatever the spell name is you want. Like, if you want to call your fire projectile spell that catches things on fire, like Fire Bolt, go for it. When I expand the system, I may end up allowing you to do 2 or more effects at the same time, while keeping... So, like, if it's, like, AoE, or if it's, like, projectile, right? If it's projectile, and then you have fire and ice on there, then I want to find a way to, like, merge those two. I don't know what the visuals are going to look like for something like that, because I would have to be careful with all the different, like, effects that I put in. And they would have to be compatible effects, right? Because would it make sense for, like, projectile, and then you put, like, speed boost on it, and fire damage, and then whatever you hit, like, if you hit a player, they take fire damage, but then they get the speed boost buff and start sprinting around. You know what I mean? Or do I allow you to chain multiple spells in one cap, right? To where it's like mega, you know, like big buff or something, and it casts on self like a heal. At the same time, it shoots a projectile, you know, but it's a really complex spell. Burning Speed. Oh, God. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot in your comments section, and just crash logs that point to different mods causing the crash. Yeah. Yep. Oh well, that's also why I don't go to the you know, the VS comments, or the VS page, really, the Discord, for VS for my mod. Like, I don't really go in there. Like, if someone asks me and it's like someone that I know, I'll respond to them, but I can't do anything there. It's most of the time whenever I checked in on it, it's just people shitting on the mod anyways. So I'm like, yeah, I put in too much time in modding. I don't need to see everyone's negatives all the time. So I'm like, I'm out. Same thing with like the mod database site. I don't really look at those comments that often. I probably should. There's probably some waiting for me. Okay, so we're gonna end that here. Nexus. Here, you guys will get a little treat here, because I'm gonna play this if I can, if it will allow me. Oh. Quiet down. There we go. This is that game I was talking about, Vexus. It's kind of like a satisfactory, like, as you can see, like, it's kind of neat. And I was playing around with it. I found it like today, just because, right? So I got my little bare bone shop. You know, I can put like goods for sale and stuff, and if I have any, like, see, I could like restock it, right? And then I could flip my sign. Oh, it is open. Okay. Right, so like as people kind of walk through, you know, they can like buy stuff, pick up stuff in my shop and give me money, or I can kind of go through here, right? So as you can see, I'm collecting some wood. That's almost max. So I pull it out. I'm creating some wooden gears. This is backed up because I made a bunch of small wooden gears. So I'll actually take those out, let that process. But I'll come over to here, right? And I have only 54 gold on me. Let me grab some gold. There we go. Right, so I can buy some raw resources here and you know, pop it into the hopper here, which would then feed it in. It'll start to grind it out. Like, this has been a lot of fun. I'm making mortar with this one. What's this game? It is Alchemy Factory is what this is called. Alchemy Factory. I was experimenting here. This was my old. I needed to make rope. This is my new thing for rope. So I can grow. I got to get a couple more seeds here. Let's get some things planted. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 things of flaxseed. Make sure no one. Oh, people are in my shop. Ugh. There you go. That. Give me your money. Perfect. 2 gears. I'll take it. Let me plant these here. There we go. There we go. But I can grow those crops. I can put the you know, put the stuff in here. It just kind of feeds it through. But it's basically like Satisfactory, but for like potions and stuff. I'm out on the point now where I have to make 100 healing potions, but to make those potions, I need more setup. So I wasn't gonna get into that because I don't know when the free demo's gonna expire, because it's for that like next fest. But I actually bought this plot here, which was pretty cool. Oh, fucking people. Give me your money. Here, let's set this to closed. But like, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like a bunch of things that I can make here. Like you kind of like go through and learn some stuff. This is a little linear right now. But like, yeah, eventually I probably will start researching that potion shelf. Ooh. Get some nails. A lab stand. Yeah, let's start researching that too. You can queue up your researches. But this has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Demo only right now, but let's go. Planned release next month. Yeah, that's why I wanted to look at it. And it feels pretty good, actually. Like, some of the people look like they actually have the plague. I haven't really walked around town. Like, for sale, I could buy this. Oh. 6,000. Hell no. Not that rich. I could buy this, too? Whoa! Talking silver? Jeez. Kind of looking around, but I think eventually you could, like, buy all this stuff and have your intricate stuff. Like, look at this lady's face. Look how pale that skin is. She's got something. She looks angry. But yeah. Yeah, this is the game. It's pretty cool. She's just tired. All the colors out of her face because she's just tired. She's been in her field all day, Vice. So mean. There we'll cut through. I've used that alley a lot. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Kind of doing this stuff. How much rope do I have? Oh wait, I'm making linen now. Ooh, 6 linen. All right. Check the mail. Carpenter request. Oh, fuck you. Iron nails and ingot? Really? Iron ingots? I don't even have a forge made yet. They're already demanding it. Can I just give them the small wooden gears? I gotta restock some stuff here. But yeah, this is... Oh, I don't have enough. Don't have enough. Great. For my next play. There we go. Grab a bunch of big gears. There we go. But yeah. This has been a lot of fun. Just playing around with this. But yeah, alright guys. That is my time. That is my time. Thank you all for watching. We'll save the game. I did some stuff here. Save. Go. Exit. There we go. Thank you everyone for watching. Let's find someone to raid. Maybe someone actually playing Vintage Story. Who do we got? Who am I following? We got Drax Fantastic, and we got Seta Links. You know what? I'm gonna find someone else. We'll throw it to someone new. I have no idea who to throw it to. Sir Lemonade. All right, that's a name. That guy had a beard. He would have been sold. I will throw it to... Oh yeah, thanks for showing us the code in a neat game. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, it keeps sticking around because we have a lot more to do in this code, right? And then this is how coding really is, right? It's all compound. No one sits there and just like makes the final code, right? Like we got to make sure the basics work and then backfill and tweak, and we'll get there in the end. We are going to raid... You know what? We just might as well raid this Seto guy. Settling. Mr. Cube Man. Although I feel like I raid him a lot. And you know what it is? It's the cube avatar. I'm like, oh, it's just a square with glasses. Bad. Alright, we'll raid this Lemonade dude. He speaks English, right?
Get 1,000 bits.
Yep. Perfect. We're gonna raid this guy. New guy. Never raided him before. Give him a try. Show the love. Then we start adding things, realizing something we thought was done is... Yeah, done is breaking. Now go back and fix it. You know it. It's happened to me a lot. It's just back and forth. I would love to get a deeper look at your code. A lot of the stuff I'm trying to work with for my mod, like creating cool effects, it's super helpful. Appreciate you. Yeah. Well, all of my stuff here, all of the live streams are on my YouTube as well. So that's kind of like my repository for all this stuff. So you can always go back in those YouTube videos and pause things and take a look at the code. Yeah, but thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Have a good one. Bye.